right, so as a 9/11 truther for several years now, it was discussed amongst other members here that this is probably one of the largest 9/11 truth turnouts at an anti-war protest. Can you speak on that, and what are your thoughts about today's action and how hopefully we could end the tyrannical regime that we're living under?
Yeah, the 9/11 Truth movement here in the San Francisco Bay Area has been going strong since, well, 2002 probably. And many different groups have come out in regards to 9/11. There's the Northern California 9/11 Truth Alliance, responsible for this booth right behind me. There's also SF Truthaction and We Are Change groups located in the Bay Area, which do more of the activist type stuff. So anyway, these three groups have been going on for a couple years now, and the support and all the pamphlets and flyering and DVDs that we passed out has just raised the consciousness of those who are protesting this war.
So would it be fair enough to say that the things that Truthaction, 9/11 NorCal 9/11 Truth, passing out flyers, giving DVDs to people, do you think that had a big effect on what we see today?
I think it's a huge effect, and also having the conversations and the DVDs and really raising that consciousness in regards to 9/11, the catalyst, the very reason for this whole global war on terror in the first place. And so throughout the years, these groups have maintained a presence at these rallies, and many banners, many signs being held. And so, like you said, this year at the March 20th anniversary of the Iraq occupation, we see many, many more 9/11 truth signs and a much more welcoming attitude towards the idea of 9/11 truth.
So would it be safe to say that, I mean, I've been with you at previous events, and I've questioned people about 9/11, and they were extremely abrasive. You know, they thought I was being disrespectful. They didn't, want to hear the message. Did you see any of that today, amongst the people, bringing up 9/11 and talking about 9/11? Were people offended, or were they more open?
Sometimes even other people that are against the war, sometimes other anti-war activists are not open to the idea of 9/11 truth. But I didn't see that consciousness here today. I saw a consciousness of this one struggle, and 9/11 just being a single part of it, and let's say Justice for Palestine is another part of it. Whereas before, these things may have, we would look at each other as, as different. I think the consciousness of this one struggle has really shown at this protest, and a solidarity among struggles.
Absolutely. I think as time goes on, we're seeing more and more of that, because not only does the conflict in the Middle East affect Palestine, it also affects Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, all that, and I think you're right. People are in a position where they're almost forced to have to work together, because the occupation is a common goal. I mean, a common theme in the Middle East for all these people.
In regards to the economy and all that too, we've seen all these job losses, millions of jobs lost, cuts to education, and so the teachers and students have been mobilizing for that. There's the anti-war movement that's been going on, and really these two movements are one and the same. So with the economy continually going down, it's really up to the people to see, hey, we need to stop funding this war. That's what's causing the economy to crash anyway.
Yep. Well, no, I think that's one of the biggest myths that a lot of people fall under, is that wars actually stimulate economies, when in reality they devastate and destroy them.
It stimulates the pocketbooks of the defense contractors, but not the people.
And would you think, would you agree that the Federal Reserve has a lot to be made off of these wars, and
Federal Reserve
bankers?
Has plenty to make. The international bankers made plenty off the subprime mortgage crisis, the bailouts, the war. It's all part of the same thing of the international banking elite, basically the top of the capitalist class, to accumulate more wealth and profit for themselves to the detriment of others.
So my understanding, I'm sure yours is almost similar, is that the IMF, the World Trade Organization, the World Banks stand to gain from false flag terror. They all stand to gain from endless, perpetual wars, and I mean, we're pretty much seeing the ripple effects of all that now.
Yeah, it's exactly that. War is one of the best ways to create profit, and not only can you profit off the destruction by, say, building bombs and whatnot. Those companies that build bombs, those companies that build bullets and make guns, they're profiting. Then they could profit off the reconstruction of the country after they blow it to bits, say with Halliburton and other contracting companies that are at work right now in the Middle East.
So it's basically problem, reaction, solution. They created the problem, they react to it, they provide the solutions, while the American people sucks their thumb as a blind patriot, thinking that the war on terrorism is going to stop and help, us be safer. So I mean, I think that's pretty much where we are.
That's exactly it.
But is there anything else you'd like to add before I cut this off? Anything else you'd want to say?
The real change doesn't come from voting in a new president. The real change comes from the bottom up, grassroots people power, and solidarity with other struggles.
Well, like they say, fascism is a top-down society, and it always fails.
Yeah, we need a united front against fascism.
Yes, I agree. Cool, thanks a lot for your time. Take care.
Thank you.